Hello, 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 hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing great. Just wanted to come in and say hi. Share a reminder. Hope all of you are doing fine. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. So this is Roseanne Reed, the Dream Monetizer. And so some of you would know me before. If you have never seen me or never seen a live that I've done before, just want to introduce myself and let you know who I am. And today I'm coming in talking on the theme, do not underestimate your power. So many of us get disgruntled, we get discouraged because things may not be going how we plan. Other persons may let us feel like who we are and what we are about, what we're trying to achieve is not worth it. And today I just want to remind somebody not to underestimate their power. So just gonna wait for a few more people to come live. Just checking and seeing what is on here. And I just want to talk today, just want to encourage you not to underestimate your power, not to underestimate the gifts that God give you, what you're called to do, the visions and the dreams that you have. Some other persons may let you feel as if something is wrong with you because you think different than they are. And I just need everybody to know who is watching this that God has uniquely created you with special gifts. He has created you with a special touch, a special way to do things that will touch the lives of other people. So do not get discouraged, right? So welcome to those of you who are watching live. Who do I have here? Say your name and where you're coming from. If you're watching the replay, type hashtag replay. Just want to welcome everybody to watching the live video. Hey, who is that? Welcome guys. Hi Camise. Welcome and thank you for watching. And so this Sunday, as we're prepared to start another week. This year has been a really crazy year for some of us. And for a lot of people, a lot of persons have lost jobs, a lot of persons have had to close down businesses. Also because a lot of persons have been shut in, a lot of things have come up in their lives that were unexpected, right? That they did not plan for. And so I want to remind you today not to underestimate your power, right? So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Roseanne Reed, the Dream Monetizer. I'm a certified global business consultant, public speaker, and domestic violence advocate. And basically I work with entrepreneurs and individuals to birth and monetize their dreams globally. But today I really wanted to remind you that your visions, your dreams, all the ideas and the plans that you have for your life are valid, right? A lot of persons find themselves in environments where, hey Collis, hi Camise, and like and share this video, guys, if you know anybody who would benefit. A lot of persons find themselves in environments that do not facilitate their growth, that do not facilitate the birthing of their dreams. And I just want to share a little bit of my story. Like when I just started this business, it was crazy. Like nobody would ever think of leaving a 9-to-5 steady income to go and start a business where you're not sure what's going to happen and how it's going to turn out. And so I just want to encourage you because I'm looking at where I am now and where I started and how many people doubted that it was possible. And I want to say to you, the dreams that you have are possible, right? I never imagined that my story of overcoming domestic violence, sharing that with the world, would have transformed so many lives, transformed my life and transformed the life of everybody that I have touched up until this minute, right? I never imagined that my story could transform so many lives. And so growing up, I always felt sidelined. I always had low self-esteem because of the abuse that I went through, because of how I was treated in the society church that I grew up in and stuff like that. And so a lot of persons would let me think that something was wrong with me, I wasn't normal, that the dreams I had were crazy and stuff like that. So I want to say to you, there is a reason why you have your dreams. Maybe the environment that you're in is not the environment that you need to grow, to foster those dreams, to push you towards where you need to go. And so if the environment that you're in is not conducive to what you need to achieve, you need to get out of that environment or find people, right, who are of the similar mindset to you, people who are doing or have done the things that you want to achieve, right? And so that is one thing I want to remind you of. Your environment is important. Who you associate with is important, right? And every dream, every idea that you have is possible, and it is important. So do not underestimate yourself, because sometimes something that looks like nothing can become something great. The Bible says that the foolish things of this world is what the Lord used to confound the wise. So don't you ever think for 1 minute that there is no good in you, that there's no good in your dreams. There is, right? And I need you to understand that you have to push yourself past the challenges that you're having today, the challenges that that you may come upon, because at the end of the day, somebody out there needs what you have within. You never know how your story, you never know how your journey can benefit somebody else, right? I started the business that I'm doing now, and the first year I made no money, but yet still today I'm consulting with clients from all over the world. I sit right here in Jamaica and I consult with clients from all over the world, right? I'm invited to speak on platforms all over the world. The point of the matter is that sometimes your beginning can look small. Where you are now may look crazy. It might look like you can't go anywhere. But I'm here to say to you, do not underestimate the power that you have, the power that God put in you. He created you for a purpose, right? And the reason why you're having those dreams and visions, those ideas that you have that everybody else around you may think is crazy, is because they were given to you for you to effect a certain purpose in the earth, right? That's the reason you're not dead yet. Hey Kalima, that's the reason you're not dead yet. That's the reason you are alive. That's the reason you still have your thinking faculties, right? Because God has purposed you to come and effect change in the world, right? And as simple as it might look, because listen, you don't have to touch 1 million people to make a difference in the lives of anybody. You don't, right? You only need to touch the small group of people. Let's look at example me. I have 4 children, right? No, I also have other friends, other family members and stuff, right, who are connected to me. If you touch my life, you also touch the life of other persons whom I'm associated with. And so you have to think about that. A lot of times we delay ourselves from the success that we could have because we are looking for the 1 million people to follow us. We're looking for the hundreds of thousands to follow us. It doesn't need that for you to be able to make a difference, right? And I'm saying to you that you cannot allow the naysayers, negative vibes, dream killers, destiny assassinators, you cannot allow them to dim your light. You can't allow them to dim your light, right? Hi, Soldier. And guys, if you have any questions, just let me know. Let me tell you, whatever you're struggling with right now, that is the way, that is the solution for you to be able to achieve the dreams and the visions that God put down on the inside of you. The reason those dreams and visions keep you up at night, burning inside of you, and you can't put it down even though everybody else around you don't think that it makes sense, is because there is a purpose for those dreams and visions, right? Yes, Kalima. So it's because there's a purpose. There is a purpose for the dreams and visions. You can't see it now. Hi, Lasandra. You can't see it now, right? Hey, Christina. You can't see it now, but I'm telling you, you don't know the lives that it's going to impact. I'm telling you guys, I don't just show this book every minute. And let me just tell you this. I wrote this book from 2015. I'm still booking speaking engagements off of this book, right? I'm still getting persons coming to me because they read this book and now they want to know how to do the same thing for themselves. And I'm saying to you today, you have the same power to do the same thing that I have done. I had no idea. I'm just a little potter's daughter. You know, I'm just a nobody who my parents were not celebrities. As a matter of fact, I left the cult church. I walked away from everything that I ever knew. I don't have my mother or my family or anybody associated with me. I'm not Superwoman as some of you would like to think. But I simply know that God has given me a mandate. I know that the purpose that He has put on my life is for a reason. When I was interviewed on RJR Radio and I heard one blind man from Westmoreland say that his life was changed just by listening to my testimony of overcoming being folded in a fetal position and locked in a cupboard with the key between the ages of 6 years old to 14, I knew that I could not sit down and allow the people around me to dictate and decide who I would become and who I could become and the lives that I could touch. So that meant that I would have to push past everything that was going on around me in order to succeed. And this is what I'm saying to you. The obstacle is the way. And if you have not read that book yet, I advise you to read it. It's by Ryan Holiday. The obstacle is the way, which means that the challenges that you're looking at today, the challenges that you're looking at right now, right? Camise, you're welcome. Challenges that you're looking at right now are the things that have the solution for what you need to do tomorrow, for what you need to do today, for what you need to start taking action on your dreams right now. So I'm saying this to you, and I'll repeat it again and again and again. Do not underestimate your power. You don't know whose life your voice will touch. You don't know whose life your business will touch. You don't know whose life your ministry will touch. You don't know whose life your book will touch. You don't know whose life just you sharing your story is gonna touch. And I'm here to say to you this Sunday afternoon, do not quit. Do not allow people around you who don't understand you, who don't understand where you're going, who don't understand your calling to dictate to you who you should become, right? You need to step into your power. Step into it. Claim it. Believe in it. Receive the visions that God is giving you and understand that there is a reason why He has given them to you. Right? Nobody else can do what I can do. Nobody else can do what LaSaja can do. Nobody else can do what Christina can do. Nobody else can do what Camise can do. Nobody else can do nobody else can do what Kalima can do, right? And this is what I'm saying to you. You have a particular way. Your voice has a particular tone. The way you do business, the way you do ministry, everybody on here might not be business owners, right? But I'm just saying, the way you do what you do, the way you do your job, right? The way you mother your children, the way you relate to your friends, the way you relate to those that are associated with you, right, is the way that only you can do it, because nobody has the unique DNA that you have. And I'm here to say to you, listen, you're powerful, you're awesome, you're great, your life can move mountains. And this is what I'm saying. If your life touch one person, just one, that's all you need. Because if you touch one person, then you can touch a community. Because that one person's life is going to affect other person's life, right? If one person was sad and you spoke to them and empowered them and encouraged them, you shared your testimony of overcoming a difficult situation with them, right? That one person now feels encouraged and moves on to encourage other people, right? And so that is how you begin to change the world. So don't sit there thinking that, boy, if I don't have the money today, if I don't have the connections today, I can't start. No, start with what you have. Start with what you have. The fact that God gave you the vision, that means that there's provision for it. If He gave you the vision, there is provision. You may not see it now, but let me just tell you this, you're not going to see it until you launch out, until you get out of your own way and move into what He's called you to do. Start it, right? And I'll just give you this little testimony. This is the thing. When He gave me the vision to do this book, I had no money, people. I had no money. Right now we're in the enrollment phase for the Global Monetizer Wealth Intensive, which is going to be sharing my iFlow system, what the system that I use to turn this book into a global business, become a global expert, become a domestic violence advocate, start a non-profit, a women's movement. I'm sharing that system in the Global Monetizer Wealth Intensive for the first time, but I'll tell you where it started. It started with this. I had no money. I was actually working in a government job. Okay, and I remember God gave me the vision, and I went to work and I said to my co-worker, listen, He's given me this vision for this book and I don't have the money to write a book. However, I got a coach and she told me, listen, you don't need to pay a traditional publisher. There's another way to publish. And she told me the way, and I did it. No, I needed to get this dress made. I needed to do a photo shoot. I needed to get this book cover designed, right? And one day the lady came to work and she said, and this is what I'm saying to you, don't underestimate your power. That lady came to work and she said to me, she handed me an envelope and she said to me, God said, I'm to give you this. It's to go towards your dream. I said, what? And she said, yes, it's to go towards your dream. That is for your book. That envelope had in it $10,000. That was a couple years ago. I think that was back in 2015 would have been. Or no, not 2014, 2015. She handed me $10,000 in an envelope, and she said, "This is for your book." I took that book and I bought the material. I got the dress made for the book cover, and I did the photo shoot out of that $10,000. Everything I needed, and I paid for the book cover to be designed by my graphic designer. Here is what I'm saying to you. You do not have to start with $1 million. You don't have to start with a mint. All you need to do is start. All you need to do is, okay, you identify the vision, you get your journal, you get your book, and you write it down. Yes, mine is full of a lot of papers. Get your book and you write down the ideas that you need to do. Write down the steps that you need to take and get started taking action. Right? Don't procrastinate, because you may be looking for the resources, right? And you may think, boy, because I don't have the money, I can't do anything. This is what I'm saying. Do not underestimate your power. Do not underestimate yourself. If you believe, the Bible says faith without works is dead. In James chapter 2, right? Verse 14 to 26, it says faith without works is dead. So if he gives you a vision, all you need to do is to believe that it is possible. Believe that it is possible and start working on it. I started writing the book. I didn't know where the money was coming from. I had none. I didn't know where to get it. Nobody else around me had it. Right? And I sat, my coworker was beside my desk, and I said, I only was on a 3-month. I was filling in a position for somebody who was pregnant. I was filling in for somebody who was pregnant at that job. I only worked there for, I think, maybe 3 or 6 months, and that was it. And I believe that God sent me there to position me to be able to be blessed by that woman, because that woman sowed that $10,000 seed into what has become an international business serving clients from all over the world. A women's movement, right? Empowering women, raising awareness about domestic violence, an international best-selling book. Yeah? And also my ministry. Okay? So here is what I'm saying to you today. Get that journal, that notebook, that pen, get your computer, whatever you're going to get. Get all of those visions and all of those ideas that God gave you. Write them down. Sit down and go through what steps you need to take in order to make it happen, in order to make that dream materialize. Write it down and then get started working on it. Okay? Pray, believe. Pray about it, because the Bible says, this is what it says. This is the word. This is not what me saying it. The word says, right? He says, he shall provide all of our needs according to his riches in glory. Right? So here is the point. If he says that and he gives you a vision, and this is why when I said it earlier, I'm not just talking words when I tell you if he gives you a vision, he will send a provision. I'm saying this because I live it. I am living it. I have lived it. Right? I have seen days where I had no food to feed my kids. There was no food in the house. There was no money. I have been through those days. There was no money. There was no resources. There was no thing. And I'm there looking at the sky. What am I going to feed my kids? And guess what? A neighbor called and came with everything that we needed. Did I call anybody and tell them that I was hungry, that we were hungry, that we didn't have any food, that we needed stuff? No, I did not. I simply prayed. Right? I simply believed. Hey, Maisha, I simply believe. So this is what I'm saying to you guys. Believe in your vision. Understand. God has given you all the power you need. He said he has given us power to trample upon scorpion and lion and adder. That don't mean literal power to trample upon insects and stuff. It means power to conquer things spiritually that we need to conquer, to break generational curses, to start generating wealth for ourselves and our families, to change the DNA in our families, right? We can't get any different if we don't do different, right? This is the point. And what I'm saying to you is you're underestimating yourself. You're allowing your environment to seep into your mind, to seep into your body and your soul, and change the trajectory of what God wants for you. God wants for us abundance, peace, prosperity, love. It doesn't mean that life is going to be perfect. We are going to have challenges. We are going to come upon roadblocks. It's just a part of life. It's inevitable. Change is inevitable. Everything in life has seasons. right? One of the most powerful quotes that I love by Jim Rohn is, it says that in everything in life there is seasons. There is summer, there is winter, there is spring, and there is fall. So there is nothing you can do about the fact that you're going to have to deal with change, that you're going to have to deal with challenges, that you're going to have to deal with obstacles, that you're going to have to deal with people who are just stubborn and just mean and just down and out, selfish and abusive. It don't mean that you're not going to have to deal with challenges, but he says he will give you grace, because he said his grace is sufficient. His grace is sufficient. It's sufficient, right? He will give you peace. He will give you strength. He will send the resources and the people. There was a point in time when I needed a coach and I could not afford a coach, and he sent a coach from the USA to coach me for free, and she did that for several months, right? Now I'm here now. We're doing the Global Monetizer Wealth Intensive. It's going to be a 90-day program. And in it, we're talking about the fact that you need to be aligned with your purpose. One of the sessions I'm going to be teaching in there is alignment, internal alignment. And unless you know that your power and what you have within you has power to transform the world, right? And you believe it, you will never be able to move forward in your life, right? You will never be able to move forward in your life. So you have to get it right here first. So I'm saying to you, don't underestimate your power. If your immediate environment is negative, start listening to videos. Start joining. So a lot of you here are on Facebook, right? Join Facebook groups where people who are in the interest groups that you want to develop and establish your dream in are in. I'm a business owner. So what did I do? Find business groups with other business owners, right? And this is what I'm saying. If you know you need to establish something and the people around you can't help you, find people who can help you. Your life can change. Your life doesn't have to be me. Settle for less. Because we deserve the best. We're royal priesthood. That's what God says. We're royal priesthood. That's the word. You were created for a purpose, right? And so here is what I'm saying to you guys. Stop underestimating yourself. Today is the beginning of a new week. Tomorrow is the beginning of a new work week. What are you going to do different this week that is going to allow you to establish God's purpose for your life, to establish your vision, okay, to successfully transform other people's lives, right? What are you going to do different? After you've watched this live video, what are you going to do different? Now listen, a lot of us watch a lot of live videos. We're in a lot of groups. We do a lot of stuff, but we don't implement. We know what we need to do, and we're not willing to change. You have to be willing to do the work. And so I'm saying, hi, Sister Wilmot. So I'm saying to you, hey, Rona, I'm saying to you today, you have the power to change your circumstances. You have the power to change what is going on around you, right? You have the power to change what future your family can get. You have the power to make a difference in your life and in other person's lives, right? So tell me, I want to ask you this question. What is stopping you from establishing the dreams and the visions that God has given you? What is stopping you? Tell me some of the challenges that you guys are having. Let me see if I can answer some questions here. Hey Rona, welcome. And guys, if you're watching the replay, please like and share this video with anybody that you know that it will benefit. What are some of the things that is stopping you from achieving your dreams today? Tell me, what are some of the things? Let us work through some challenges. What are some of the things? Yes, Lasandra. God rewards faithfulness. Just start. All right. Anybody? Okay, so nobody on this live not having any challenges. Okay, that's great. All right. So, this is what I'm saying to you guys. Just remember this as you start this week. You have been given power to be able to make a difference. I know life look kind of crazy, and I know life look kind of difficult right now with what's going on with Corona and the lockdowns and stuff like that, and I'm saying to everybody, stay safe, but I'm saying this is not the end of the road, right? Maisha's challenge is procrastination. Okay, so this is what I always say when it comes to procrastination. When you procrastinate, you need to understand that you are leaving money on the table. Every time you delay, right? Every time you delay, somebody else is getting the opportunity that you would have gotten when you delay. All right? This is my philosophy in life, and I'm sharing it with you. Time is equal to money. Time is equal to money. That means every single second that I waste or wait to launch or to do something that he has told me to do is time when I'm losing the opportunity. Okay? All right, let me just give you an example. So procrastination, Maisha, let's say God told you to write a book about your story or to start a business. And somebody came and started the business before you because you were waiting until it was perfect, until everything lined up and all your ducks were in a row. But the other person just started. Let me tell you what happens. The other person started and got the clients that you would have gotten because you're still there wondering, waiting, saying, if I woulda, shoulda, coulda, maybe. Right? And so what we have to understand is for all the time that we're procrastinating and we're waiting and we're delaying, we are losing opportunities. And opportunities don't just mean losing money. Like, for example, I was just sharing with somebody earlier, last week I was sharing this with somebody. The person was supposed to send a resume and they said they did not send a resume because they had a fear that the person who received the resume would sit on it and not do anything about it and they wouldn't get the job. And I said, well, that's very silly because at the end of the day, you sit there with the resume saying that the person is going to sit on your resume when you do not know if you could have gotten the job because the person was looking for persons to hire. You do not know if you would have gotten the job, but because you delayed in sending the resume, the persons who sent their resume before you got the job and you are still jobless. You still don't have enough money to pay your bills. You still can't pay the rent. You're still the same place, right? A job. Just think about the fact that if you go to the supermarket, if you go to the gas station, you have to join a line. If you go to any business place, right, you have to join a line. Now everything is online. If any of you call any of these organizations, customer service, Flow, Digicel, wherever you're calling, if you're in the USA, let's say you're calling Amazon or you're calling Walmart, if you're calling an online business support system now, it tells you to hold because you'll be next in line. Okay, there's a queue, there's a line to join because everybody wants to get the same thing. And so when you're procrastinating, imagine that there is a line of people who want to get the same thing that you're trying to get. So when you procrastinate, when you delay, and listen, it can be something as simple as organizing your room, as tidying up your room and stuff like that. Do you know that when your space is disorganized, your mind is also confused? So the longer you delay in tidying that room or tidying that desk is the more longer it takes for you to achieve your dreams and goals, because every time you look at the desk, your mind immediately puts up a block and is like, oh Lord, I have to search through all of these papers, right? So think about that when you're procrastinating, Maisha. Right? And let me know if this was helpful. Did what I share, the different scenarios that I share a while ago, benefit you? Because one of the things we don't realize is that when we're procrastinating, we're leaving opportunities on the table, we're losing money, we're losing benefits, right? And we are also stagnating our own progress and process, right? So that is what I want to encourage you guys with today. Understand that you need to launch forth into birthing and monetizing your dreams, and do not underestimate yourself, right? So guys, I hope that this was helpful for you, right? Los Ocho said preaching today. Okay, so I don't see any more questions. Anybody else having a challenge? Hi Otiti, how you doing? Anybody else having a challenge? What other challenges are you guys having? Okay, Maisha, you're welcome, Maisha. She said that was helpful. Okay, so what other challenges are you guys having with launching a vision, birthing a vision, underestimating yourself and what you think you're worth? What challenges are you having? And just challenges in general. I'm just asking questions. What challenges are you having? Right? because this is what I want. I want for us to understand that now is the time for us to birth forth what God has told us to do. Now, I have birthed everything already and I'm doing stuff. But you might think, oh, that is Sister Rosie or that is Roseanne because she's been in the media, she's an author, she's this, she's that. No, 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 no. I'm not different than any of you. Right? I am no different than any of you. So what I need you to understand is that the gifts that God has given you and the vision that God has given you, your voice, your mission, your ministry, your business, whatever it is you are doing, right? Somebody somewhere needs to hear your voice for their life to be transformed, right? So stop underestimating yourself. Lasandra says her challenge is distinguishing herself from the competition. Okay, so if you want to distinguish yourself from the competition, you have to look at what unique skill or ability do you have that you can use to stand out from the competition, right? When you want to make a change in the market, you have to understand that what is going to allow you to stand out from the competition, right, is the thing that is unique and different about you, right? So sorry, call was coming in. I was trying to take that off. So in terms of the market, so Lasandra, I think you do TLC stuff, right? One of the things you need to understand is there's a lot of persons doing TLC, but look at your life and look at your story and say, okay, what do I have that's different than everybody? What do I have that's different from all of the business consultants out there? What is different? Hold on. What is different between me and all the business consultants out there is that when I work with my clients, I work with them based on implementation. What is it that they're supposed to implement? No, I don't just give them the strategy or give them the ideas and say, hey, go and do this, go and launch that and stuff like that. No, I sit down and walk with them through the process. What is it going to take and make sure that they achieve the results that they need to get. Right? And so if you want to know how to stand out from the competition, you have to look at what unique skills do you have. It could be your story. My unique skill is that I suffered through domestic violence and still I came up and I started my own business and I became successful. I used my story to help to transform me, to catapult me to the next level, to get more persons to see my business. I didn't share my story for that purpose. I shared my story basically just to be able to help people to move from pain to purpose, to understand that what the challenges they go through, they don't have to go through, right? And so I'm saying to you, you need to look at your life and say, okay, what is it that you have that's different? Maybe you can do demonstrations of using the product. Might be your products, you can make smoothies with them. I don't know what is it, some of the stuff that you do. Let's say, I know you guys sell teas, right? So let's say you sell teas. Look at how you can maybe make iced tea. Do a video demonstrating you making the iced tea and showing persons how to make iced tea, because probably everybody just makes regular hot tea, right? But if some persons know that, you know, when the days are hot they could make iced tea and you show them how to do it, then you demonstrating how to make iced tea with the product is a difference. Also, other things that you can do is also maybe offer an additional service with your business. So instead of just selling them the product, do a consultation. All right, that's a little bit of free advice. So there are some other ways, Lasandra. What I would have to do is to also look at the skills and the expertise and the abilities that you have from before, like what job were you working in, what are the things that you're good at, what is it that people know you for and are always going to come and ask you on information for. Some of those things are the things that you would need to look at to decide, okay, what am I going to do that's going to stand out different from the rest of the market, right? So that's just a little bit. We can dive deeper into it, but that's a little bit on what you can actually do to transform your life. So guys, I have to hop off this live now, get back to some stuff that I need to get doing. Albert, hey, thank you for watching, thank you for joining. I hope this live was helpful and I want you to like it, share it, Share it with at least 5 persons who you know that this information could benefit. And I want to also let you know, for those of you who have a global vision, that enrollment is open until tomorrow night for the Global Monetizer Wealth Intensive. And what is it going to do? It's going to help persons who want to birth and monetize their global vision. Hey Clifford, it's going to help you to have a clear strategic blueprint and action plan. So what we're going to do is that over 90 days, a small group of entrepreneurs are going to be working together. I'll be sharing my iFlow system and the 5-step blueprint that I use to turn my story into an international business and women's movement. How you can launch a non-profit or a non-business globally, have a team that's global, have everything from customers to teams and stuff from all over the world, right? So we're looking at the strategy, number 1. Number 2, we're showing you how to set up all the automated systems to support that global vision. Number 3, we're also going to show you how to attract high-paying clients, right? Because a lot of the times the struggle that we have is that we're struggling with actually making more money. So I'm going to show you the areas where you're losing money, where you can save time and money and actually make more money. So if I put the link in at the comments when I'm finished here, for those persons who are interested in the Global Monetizer Wealth Intensive that want to join, because registration closes tomorrow night at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. So for those of you who are interested, I'll put the link and I'll also do a post shortly after this video so that you guys can get the information for yourself, right? So this is what I want you to remember today. If you're not somebody who's going to be joining the intensive, but you just came on the live or you're watching the replay, do not underestimate your power. There's a reason why you have your vision. There's a reason why you have your purpose, right? And you need to make sure that you launch forth into doing what God has called you to do. Your life doesn't have to be mediocre. You don't have to settle for less. And no, you're not stupid. Your dreams are important. All right. So thank you guys for watching the live. Thank you, LaSandra, Clifford, TT, Maisha, Rona, Sister Wilmot. Thank you guys, Kalima, Camise, Christina. Thank you guys all for watching. If you're watching the replay, type #replay. Still post your questions and comments that you have, and I'll come back and check the comments and respond to you. All right, like and share this video with as many people as possible, because we need persons to understand that the vision that God has given them, the gifts that God has given them, the talents that God has given them. Thanks for the likes and the hearts, guys. That everything that God has given you needs to be launched forth. All right, and remember that faith without works is dead. If you're just coming in to just catch the beginning of it, I want you to go back and listen to the replay from the beginning when it's posted, because I'm telling you, God has the power to transform our lives, but at the end of the day, we need to be the ones that need to start doing the work that's going to make a difference. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hi Gianna. Oh, is that Gianna? Hi Gianna. So guys, take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. This is Roseanne Reed, the Dream Monetizer Certified Global Business Consultant, Public Speaker, and Domestic Violence Advocate. Thank you. Have a happy rest of your Sunday.